welcome back to South Florida. My name is Shannon and I'm so glad that you're here joining me today for another yoga class. Today we're going to do some restorative yoga. So those of you that are very flexy, very bendy, you just happen to have an open body or you've been practicing a really long time and so now you have an open body, you might just be able to do this practice with just your mat or a blanket. So that's up to you. If you'd be more comfortable with some blocks, some pillows, some bolsters, some blankets, then go ahead and grab those now. And if you're not sure, then go ahead and grab some stuff and put it off to the side. And if you don't need it, no big deal. But if you do need it, you'll have it. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and hit pause. You could grab a body pillow, a stack of pillows, a couple of throw cushions from the couch, a yoga block or two, a bolster, a blanket, any of those things that you have handy that you think you might like to have. So if you have a classic restorative practice, we're going to use a bolster, possibly a blanket, possibly a block, and then your mat. So up to you again. When you're ready, just close your eyes, breathe, center yourself. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Each time you inhale, a gentle filling up of your lungs. Each time you exhale, a softening and a letting go. Give yourself another few slow, deep breaths, becoming present with the current state of your body-mind. We're going to open our practice today with Shavasana, the sweet breath. So if you can, lift your right hand up, spread all 5 fingers apart. We're going to take the 3 middle fingers, the index, middle, and ring finger, and fold those down. So just the pinky finger and thumb are up if you can. If you have trouble with this, then you can go pinky and ring up. So just see what your body will let you do. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, use your thumb to close off the right nostril and breathe out through the left. And then inhale through the left. Use your pinky or ring finger to block off the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. So we'll try a few cycles. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale first and then switch. So after your switch, you're going to exhale, inhale, and then switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. And your final cycle, exhaling through the left. Release your hands into your lap, palm up. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Notice how you feel after that pranayama practice, after that breathing practice. Once again, it's called Shavasana, which can be translated as the sweet breath. And it's great for balancing the left and right hemispheres of our brain, just bringing everything back into balance and calming and settling our nervous system. So when you feel stressed, when you're upset, when your fight or flight is activated and you're all clenched and try the Shavasana and see if it helps you just kind of calm and settle and feel better. That's something you can do when you're having a hard day at work behind your desk, when you're in traffic. Don't close your eyes, but you can still do the breathing with your eyes open anytime you need to settle a little bit. So we are going to come over to the wall now. So please, I neglected to mention you want a wall for this practice if possible today. And I'm just going to open up my blanket, but you could rotate your mat around and flip it to face the wall, or you could fold up a blanket as a cushion, whatever's good for you and your body. And we're going to start with legs up the wall. And we're going to be up the wall for a good portion of this practice. So do make sure that your blanket is thick enough or your mat is thick enough, or maybe put the blanket on top of your mat, whatever you need to do so you're safe and cushy and comfortable. And if you have any issues lying flat, then either prop up your head or roll up a little towel and put that behind your neck, whatever you need to do to feel safe. We're going to touch that left hip to the wall if that's a yes, as much as we can. Scoot right up to the wall so that when you flip and your heels are up, your bottom is 3 to 6 inches from the wall, probably no more than a foot from the wall if you can help it. And if any of your props are in your way, just gently move them out of your way. So we're going to start palms up, shoulders down. If you need to put your feet flat to the wall and tuck your tailbone under and gently stretch it out, you could. I like my heels together, either big toes together or toes open. But some of you might feel better with your heels slightly wider and your big toes a little bit more together, or bending your knees. So do what you need to do to feel safe and comfortable. Take a deep breath in, expanding your lungs. And on your exhale, let go into the floor. Let your head and shoulders and hips become heavy. And have this sensation of sinking, of surrendering, of letting go. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Feel the sensation of draining in your legs from feet to hips. Take gentle, full, slow, soft, deep breaths. Being mindful that on your inhalations, there's not such a feeling of stretch and tightness as to cause tension. And with each exhalation, there's a surrendering, a softening, a letting go, and a sinking into the earth. Keep your knees soft, micro bend. Just feeling your body breathing. your feet down the wall so that your heels begin to come towards your bottom one at a time. Just letting one knee bend and then the other. Take a deep breath. Let it go. We're going to pause here for a few more breaths, just checking in with and feeling the body and noticing any difference after our legs up the wall. We're going to start to slowly and gently bring the arms up to shoulder high, just slowly, 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 slowly moving, slow motion, not moving quickly. Palms can be up or down, or you can take cactus arms bent at the elbows at a 90-degree angle, whatever feels best to you. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhalation, we're going to slowly walk the feet over to one side. It doesn't matter which. And begin to keep your head and nose pointing up to the ceiling. Pause and breathe. You can adjust heels closer into your bottom or farther away, depending on what feels best. Close your eyes, settle in. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Just know if this is too much pressure, you can support yourself as needed with your blocks or pillows or blankets under the bottom leg, in between the bottom leg and the top leg, or both. Keep breathing gentle, deep breaths into your belly, rib cage, and chest. And on your exhale, surrender your body weight down, 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 letting go. Maybe you were fine in the beginning, but you find that as time goes on, you feel better putting one or two pillows in between your knees, or maybe putting one under the bottom leg and another one in between the legs. Just play around with thickness of pillow, positioning, higher, lower. See what feels best to your hip, your thigh, your knee, your back. And breathe. Slowly, gently bring your attention back to the present moment. Exhaling. And when you're
softly find our way through center and off to the other side. So maybe after this first side, you know you want your supports on the second side, and you want to go right there. Maybe you've got one side that is cranky or weaker, where you've got a bad low back or hip or knee, something that kind of acts up and gives you trouble from time to time. So if that's the case, again, maybe you want to just start off supporting on that side. And then you could always decide to take supports away if you feel more comfortable. Whatever you choose, just breathe. Send your breath into the places that your body needs most. So for example, I'm feeling a lot of pull in this top hip. I'm gently imagining sending my breath into this whole hip area. I could also softly massage it like this if it's sore or tender or tight today, if my sciatica or hip is acting up. Or again, I can play with bracing up by stacking one or more pillows in between the legs. Or maybe even I want to put a block under the bottom. Or if my block's not soft, maybe a block with a pillow on top. So again, play around, see what's good, see what works, and breathe. Gently inflate your lungs. And on your out breath, feel your head getting heavier. Feel your arms getting heavier. Your legs becoming heavier. Your face and throat and forehead and jaw getting softer. A few more slow, deep breaths if we can. Remember, if it's too long for your body, don't feel like you have to force yourself to stay. Please don't. If your body's giving you pain signals and you cannot brace yourself up with pillows and blankets and blocks in a way that works for you, then please come out and rest. As you're ready, we're going to slowly and gently begin to find our way out. Maybe supporting that top leg, using your hands to help you unwind. Once you get that top leg up on the wall, maybe bringing the bottom leg around. So doing what you can, being extra gentle and kind with your body, particularly when we hold these postures for a long time. So now if you can, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, gently squeeze the tops of the shins or the thighs. Squeeze the carbon dioxide out. You can rock gently side to side, right and left. Feeling your body breathing as you softly roll across your back. And then come back into center, take a deep breath in, and on exhalation, begin to push into your thighs as you slide your legs back up the wall. Maybe gently flex and push out through your heels. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhalation, we're going to experiment with dropping one leg out to the side. Doesn't matter which. Just pick one leg and drop it off to the side. Now take the leg that's straight up to the wall and begin to see if you can bend it down. Knee out to the side like a half cobbler's pose. So if I've got both of my legs going off to the right, then I've got my right leg off to the right and my left knee bent so that my left foot is dropping in towards my right thigh. If you're going the other way, just switch it around. Breathe in and out. And let yourself soften as much as is safe. If you find that you need more support, you can always take your blocks, your blankets, your pillows, and support yourself under the thigh or hip as needed. And the great thing about blankets for this type of practice is that you can fold the blanket to different thicknesses. So you can fold it in half, and if that's not thick enough, you can fold it in fours, or if that's too thick, you can unfold it and make it in thirds. So you can just kind of play with the thickness that way, and that's why blankets can be really great for this practice. Feel your body breathing. Maybe put your hands over your belly. Maybe make a little triangle with your thumbs and index fingers, and softly breathe into the triangle. Letting that lower belly inflate on your in-breath. And allowing it to soften and surrender on your out-breath. Be mindful of any sensations of forcing. Just gently, slowly guide the breath. Softly directing it where you want it to go without force, strain, or discomfort. Each in-breath a soft and gentle expansion. Each out-breath a surrender and a letting go. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in, and we're going to start to find our way back to center. Maybe bending the extended leg, maybe supporting just above and behind the knee. Working your way back in any way that is safe and comfortable for you and your body in this moment. And we're going going to pause with legs up the wall, palms up, and check in. If this is not comfortable, try bending the knees more, or maybe propping up the bottom, or maybe propping up the head. Just experiment with different sensations and see if you can find one that feels better for your body. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. And as you're ready, we're going to find our way to the other side. The leg that was bent is going to drop out, keeping the knee mostly straight, but not a sense of hyperextension in the knee. We want to keep that micro gentle bend. So the leg is mostly straight, but the knee is not locked out. Bend the other knee out to the side, dropping that heel in towards the pelvis, wherever your body feels safe and comfortable. And we're going to settle in over here, feeling the body breathing. Send your breath to where it's most needed. Shift your props around moment to moment, side to side as you see fit, making your body more safe and comfortable, and breathing. Find a position you can really relax and let go into as much as possible without feeling like you're putting too much pressure on the pelvis, hips, and inner thighs, more than is safe and comfortable for your body in this moment. So on the other side, I just needed to prop up one hip and that was it. On this side, I've got a block, a pillow, and another pillow folded up under my opposite hip. Just tinker around with it, giving your body permission, support, giving yourself what you need. Breathing. Relaxing. Feeling. Watching and allowing. Allow what is to be. Take one or two more slow, deep breaths into that triangle you're making with your thumb and index fingers over your lower belly. When you're ready to come out, we're going to support ourselves in any way that we like, maybe putting one hand kind of behind and under the calf, thigh, or knee to support your transition back into center. Maybe both hands. We're going to pause here for a deep breath in, exhale, rub your hands gently and slowly around your knees, feeling the knee and the places around the knee, the tendons, the ligaments, all those connections to the knee. Also feeling into the palm and wrist and fingers. And you're deciding whether you're applying almost no pressure, medium pressure, or maybe a little bit stronger pressure, but whatever you choose, we're keeping it gentle and soft, like a little massage for the bottom of the thigh, the knee, and the palm. Keep breathing in and out. to scoot away from the wall so that we're in a bridge position. So if you prefer to roll onto your side and kind of scoot up and then come back onto your back, you can. If you prefer to just sort of inchworm your way off the wall, that's fine too. But you're gonna want enough space to have your feet down and your knees up. So as I mentioned earlier, some of you are flexible and bendy and your body will just do almost superhuman things. And so if that's the case, you can just pick one leg, again, it doesn't matter which, and we're gonna extend, bend, and come onto the shin. So we're bringing that shin all the way down so that the arch of the foot is facing up to the ceiling. The other knee is gonna stay bent. So I've got my left knee bent, my left shin is down, my left arch is pointing up, and my right knee is up. So this would be fine if you're comfortable here. And then we'll just try palms up and close your eyes and breathe. And it might be a position you're able to get into, but it might not be sustainable. And some of you can't get into that obviously at all. So if that's the case, we're gonna roll over, come to seated, and we're gonna start seated. Some of us are gonna be more comfortable seated on the block. So do you, make yourself comfortable. You might need one block, you might need two blocks. You might want one of these big thick cork blocks that's very sturdy. So, however you feel best, perhaps your bottom is seated on the block. And then maybe perhaps you've got a squishy bean bag that's fairly firm, or an ottoman, or a body pillow, or a yoga bolster, or you can take a combination of blocks and blankets and pillows and set yourself up. So we're gonna go kind of into a supported fish. We're gonna keep that other knee up. So that right knee is gonna stay pointed up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and out. And maybe you can just come back onto your hands or fists. And that's it for today with your chin to your chest. Take some breaths, and when that's too much, come out. If you're more comfortable, you might be able to slide down towards your elbows and bring your head back or down. Again, maybe you've got another pillow under your head, so play with it and see what works. Whatever you choose, we're gonna settle in and pause and breathe if we can. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Feel those cleansing breaths. Filling your lungs up with life-giving oxygen. And then consciously releasing that which is no longer needed. Letting go of what's no longer serving you. Letting that negative emotion roll through you like water off of a duck's back. Allow yourself this time and space to be and breathe. And if at any point this is too much, listen to your body and come out, readjust, or find something that's more comfortable for you in this moment. Maybe just lying flat on the ground, maybe resting your back against the wall or sitting in a chair. Inhale, expand. Exhale and let go. If it would be safe and comfortable, you could slide your arms out into a T, or possibly even bring them up and overhead. Another choice might have been for me to scoot over to the right, towards the wall a little bit more, so that if my right knee is wanting to fall open like this, I could let it gently fall into the wall. Another trick would be to heel toe my right foot off to the side a little bit, and that'll make it less tippy, less likely to fall open to the right. Keep softening, noticing the toes and arch and heel on the right foot. Knowing you can adjust by putting that foot on a block or on the wall or coming out as needed. You're going to soften in for a few more breaths if your body will allow it in this moment. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Take another deep breath, and we're going to exit the posture on an exhale however you feel best. So some of you will want to pull that left knee into the chest and roll onto your right side and pause there. Others of you will want to come up to seated and then release the left leg. So see what your body says yes to. Breathe in and out. And whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly and gently find our way to the other side. Take your time, go slow, pause and breathe. And if that's too much for your low back or hips, you can always find a way to modify the posture. So for example, you could come to seated on your block. And then you could bring the right leg back with the left knee up and skip the lean back. Or you could flip yourself around so you've got the wall for support and lean back into your wall. That takes pressure off your low back. Or maybe you take one of your pillows or both of your pillows or one pillow that's rolled over under the low back and you use that for support as you lean back into the wall. So again, tinker around with it. See what's working for your thigh and hip and body in this moment. And of course, if you're comfortable just lying flat, that's another option as well. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Let go. Some of us prefer a block, either across the shoulder blades or running gently down the spine from the shoulders towards the hips, just not in the low back and the rib cage area. And you could cover that with a blanket if your block is too hard. And then maybe even put a little pillow under your head if it's not comfortable for your head to fall back and your chin and neck to tip up so much. Breathe into where it's tight. Breathe out and let go. Opening up your chest and heart space. Opening up your throat and forehead. Opening up the belly. Knowing that so many times when we feel like we're under attack, we are animals too. So we will curl in and protect our soft underbelly. We'll bring that chin towards the chest or knees and protect everything from our neck down to our belly button. And that lower belly, our viscera. So knowing that you're in a safe space, opening up, letting go of that weight that might be on your heart, releasing the rock in the belly or the stone in your throat. Allowing breath to flow freely through the front side of the body. And then to soften and let go. If it's safe, we'll pause here just a little while longer. If it's not, don't force it. If you find that left knee falling open, you could try heel toeing your left foot out to the side. Maybe just 1 or 2 steps and see if that helps. One more deep, gentle breath into your heart space. Let everything go. And then gently finding your way out onto the side, extending the leg. In whichever order is working best for you and your body, do that. Breathe out. Rest and recover. Move any props out of your way as needed. Then we're going to come onto the back. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, gently hug your legs into your chest and softly squeeze and stretch out your low back. And then bring your hands to your knees. Make your arms straighter. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly circle up one hip, across the low back, and down the other hip. Breathe in when your arms are straight, and as you breathe out, gently and slowly feel everything there is to feel in your low back in this moment. Breathe in as you go around the tailbone. Breathe out as you roll up one hip, across the low back, and down the other hip. It does not matter which direction you go in. We're going to reverse in just a moment. Feel free to let out a little sigh. And the next time your arms are straight, take a deep breath in, and then we're going to reverse and start to go the other way. Slowly up the opposite hip, across your low back, and down. Go super slow motion, getting slower and slower and slower as you go if possible. Inhale with straight arms, exhale and circle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more deep breaths. Now we're going to choose, those of you that want an inversion before the end of class, you can pick your feet up, roll like a ball, and go under your shoulder stand and plow. Breathe in and out. So maybe it's nice to roll up and down your spine. If you've been quiet and still most of the class and you think this rolling like a ball would rile your energy up a bit too much, which for some of us it absolutely would, then just stay on your back and I'll guide you in an alternative. So shoulder stand or plow, whatever feels nice, you can choose that. And when you're ready, find your Shavasana. If you're on your back and you've been keeping it nice and chill and quiet this whole time, and you've already had legs at the wall and you don't need another inversion before the end of your practice, then we're going to start with palms out, hands out, shoulder high, palms down, knees into your chest one at a time. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Gently and slowly circle your knees down and around on the right hip. And then inhale your head and knees back into center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right, and gently and slowly circle into that left hip. So we'll take a few rounds of this, just making sure that after we did our little supported one-legged fish kind of inversion situation, that our hips and our low back are happy and that nothing is aggravated from that back bend before we settle in. Go slow. Breathe in and out. And then deep breath in and out. Maybe one more time to each side. And those of you that were in shoulder stand and plow, if you want to squeeze in your little hip circles before Shavasana, feel free to make time for that as well. Your body always knows best. And I've got one hip that needs a little extra circling. So I'm going to take a few circles on that one hip. If you have something similar in your body, feel free to give it a little extra time and attention as well. Breathe deeply. Exhale completely. And when you're ready, we're going to find our Shavasana. Feel free to stay as long as your body feels safe and comfortable today. And if at any point you've had enough and you need to come out, you can always slowly bring breath and motion back into your body. Roll onto your side. Take a few breaths there. Come up to seated and pause and go about your day.